Those of you that follow me know that I don't have a bike with me here in Finland. And I'm here for 3 months, so I had to find something else to do to help me get my fitness back. So I decided to try to walk 20,000 steps a day. So this is day 5 of my trial of trying to walk 20,000 steps a day for a as yet undetermined amount of days. It's going reasonably well. It's actually taking slightly higher toll than I expected. It is quite time consuming, and I can feel it more than I was expecting to. I was expecting to just sort of do it. I knew it was going to take a bit of time. I mean, it takes time to walk, but I didn't really expect to feel all that much physically. But I am, which goes to prove how poor my condition has been lately. But that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. Walking to, just motivate myself to move a little bit more, improve my posture, and just feel better, basically. As I said, it's taking a fair bit of time each day. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to fit it in with the rest of my schedule every day, but I'm going to try to do it for a while anyway and see how that works. One thing I have discovered, one of the really positive things about this, is that all of a sudden I have time to listen to audiobooks and podcasts every day, which is really great. It's one of the things I really miss from my walk. During the walk, maybe I should look where I'm going. During the walk, I listened to a lot of podcasts, and it was probably one of the more enjoyable aspects of having the time every day to do that. I was planning to go on a long walk today. It's Saturday, but it's pretty poor weather, so I'm just going to go for a shorter walk, a loop around Jakobstad, and then save a longer walk for when the weather is slightly better. Anyway, we'll see how this works out. Sunday, it's day 6 of my 20,000 steps a day project, and I'm making my way home from my office to have some lunch. And the ironic thing is I live probably only about 200 meters across the road from where my office is, but in order to get my steps in, I have to go for a long walk, like a 3.5 kilometer loop, so that I get a few steps done and don't have to do everything tonight before dinner. Yeah, I just have to keep walking. I naturally had to do most of my walking in and around Jakobstad, and it turned out that I needed to do about 15,000 kilometers to get my 20,000 steps a day done. That basically meant that I developed a number of different routes around and through Jakobstad, so that I didn't have to walk exactly the same way every day or every time I went for a walk. So you could say that I've definitely explored Jakobstad by foot. To make it feasible to fit in the working day, I ended up splitting it into 3 different walks per day. I did 1 walk in the morning, 1 around lunchtime, and 1 in the evening. And that meant I had to find different routes that were around 4.5 to 5 kilometers long that I could do whenever I had a chance to go out on a walk. Morning of day 7. Feeling a bit worn today. Late start. Haven't really done as many steps this morning as I should have. But I am committed to completing this at least this week, so I will definitely be doing the steps, even if it ends up being late tonight. But I have to get some work done as well. I think that's the biggest thing I've discovered with this project, is that it takes quite a lot of time each day. But we'll keep going and see what happens. Just a matter of keeping walking. Oh, start of day 14. If I make it through today, I've walked 2 weeks, 20 steps a day. At least it's not raining. Yesterday was the first bit of snow, or rain mixed with a bit of snow anyway. But hopefully today is going to be a little bit better. Just keep walking. It's late on day 15 and I'm out trying to get my steps done. Didn't really get that much chance to do them today, as I got called in to help a colleague who was sick. So it was a full day of work and a little bit of extra, and I really didn't have time to do much before now. So I've probably got something like 7,000 or 8,000 steps still left to do. But I've done a full week. Oh, sorry, I've done 2 weeks now. This is day 15. And so I don't really want to break the... well, I don't want to break what I've got going on at the moment. I want to see if I can do a few more days at least. It'd be nice to do at least 30 days. I haven't set a goal as such, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I'm enjoying the walking. I really am. Day 19. It's a travel day for me. I'm heading back to Sweden for a week to work, and it's going to be a difficult day to get my 20,000 steps in. Started this morning at 2:30, getting up and driving down to Åbo to catch the ferry, and on the ferry walking backwards and forwards trying to get my steps in. I'm on the ferry all day. I hope to get at least 10, maybe 15,000 steps done on the ferry, so I don't have to do too much when I arrive home late tonight. But I'll do what I can. I want to get it in if I can. Day 20, back in Nynäshamn, enjoying some great weather, nice autumn colours, and going for an early Sunday morning walk to get my steps in. Back in Nynäshamn, I had to work out a different schedule. As I was working in Stockholm during the day, I had to get up in the morning, take the train, and not take the train all the way into Stockholm city where I was working. I hopped off a couple of stations early, went for a long walk into town, and then did the same in the evening when I headed home. Early Wednesday morning, have to get some steps done. I think it's day 23. So I've been more or less successful. The average is way above 20,000 steps. Hold on, way above. It is definitely above 20,000 steps a day. It is difficult to fit it in the rest of the work day, but I hope to do at least a month, so another week, and then we'll see if I continue after that. Feels good though, and This time of year, the scenery is great. Okay, day 33 of my 20,000 steps a day project, and it's snowing a bit. It's been a bit difficult to get the steps done, and I think unfortunately today will be the last day of the series. I'm naturally going to keep walking quite a bit each day, but I'm going to cut it down to my more usual 10 to 15,000 steps a day, which means I'll be able to go for a walk in the morning and a walk in the afternoon, and that'll bring me up to the number of steps that I need done in a day. The 20,000 steps a day has been interesting for a number of reasons. Proved how out of shape I was, basically, and how much I need to work on my conditioning. I'm going to do a long trip again. But it also proved how long or how many hours I have to put into each day of walking if I'm going to do 20,000 steps in a day. And that's basically the problem and the reason I won't be continuing it. I actually feel quite good. I enjoy it. I like walking and I feel better for it. But the coming 2 to 3 weeks, I just don't have the time, basically. So I have to cut down on the number of steps. I don't know what my average is. I'll put it up here somewhere if I work it out. But I think I'm sort of spending somewhere around 3 hours a day walking to get my 20,000 steps in. And that's quite a lot. And as I said, that's the problem and the reason I won't be continuing. So I'm going to cut down to maybe 10, 12, possibly 15,000 steps a day, and then maybe add a little bit of other more high intensity conditioning to keep working on my conditioning. But I've enjoyed it. It is quite feasible. Had a couple of difficult days when it was difficult to fit it in because I was traveling, and I ended up walking backwards and forwards on the ferry just to get my steps in, but I have done it. So 20,000 steps a day. I actually averaged more than that, and 33 days in a row.